to bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, because they knew death was better than bondage.
In May 1803, a group of captive Africans from Igbo Land in present-day Nigeria at Dunbar Creek, Georgia, United States of America, carried out one of the most extraordinary acts of resistance in the history of American slavery. More than 2 centuries later, the story still challenges one of the oldest assumptions ever made about the enslaved: that captivity could erase a people's sense of who they were. The Igbo never forgot who they were. This story is not about suffering. Most documentaries about slavery begin with suffering, and in doing so, however unintentionally, it often leaves the enslaved remembered primarily for what was done to them rather than for what choice they made in response. This documentary begins somewhere else. It begins with resistance, with a people who carried an understanding of themselves that survived capture, sale, transportation, and the machinery of slavery itself. Dunbar Creek, Georgia, May 1803. A group of captive West Africans, many believed to be Igbo from present-day southeastern Nigeria, arrived on the Georgia coast after surviving the Middle Passage. They have already been sold. They are being transported by smaller vessels toward plantations on St. Simon's Island. What happened next entered both the historical record and the realm of legend. Historical accounts tell us that the captives rebelled. They seized control of the vessel. Some of their captors drowned during the uprising. The vessel ran aground at Dunbar Creek, and then something happened that would be remembered for generations. Contemporary reports, later accounts, and oral histories differ in their detail, but they point towards the same truth. Many among the captives chose death rather than enslavement. According to enduring Gullah Geechee oral history and African American oral traditions, some walked into the water together, singing as they went. Whether remembered through documents or through memory, the meaning of the acts has endured. It was a refusal, a declaration that even in chains, there remained one thing slavery could not fully possess: the human will. For generations, the story survived not only in archives, but in songs, folklore, prayer, and community memory. The descendants of the enslaved preserved it. Gullah Geechee oral history preserved it. Families preserved it. Long before monuments appeared, memory was already doing the work of history. Now look at those who have returned to this water. These are Americans, born in this country, raised within its history, its culture, and its contradictions. Some discovered an Igbo connection through genealogy and DNA research. Others grew up surrounded by traditions whose origins stretched across the Atlantic long before they knew their names. Songs, expressions, ways of mourning, ways of celebrating, fragments that survived because people carried them forward. The Council of Igbo States in America, CISA, did not gather here merely to commemorate the past. They gathered to affirm continuity, to challenge the idea that the Middle Passage completely severed Africans from their descendants, to demonstrate that culture is more than memory. It lives in language, in family, in ritual, in values, in the countless ways people carry history without always realizing it. Watch what happens when descendants stand at this water, watch the silence, watch the recognition, watch the distance between centuries begin to narrow. Some call it cultural memory, others call it ancestral connection. Whatever name we give it, something remarkable is taking place here. A conversation between the living and the remembered. There is a question that has followed history of slavery for centuries. What becomes of a people when everything is done to erase them? Dunbar Creek offers one answer. The people who entered these waters were never erased. Their story survived. Their descendants survived. And the memory of their resistance survived. History is often written by those with power, but memory has its own archive. It survives in communities. It survives in families. It survives in the stories people refuse to surrender. In 1803, captive Africans arrived at this place, facing a future they did not choose. Many resisted, many died, and their act became one of the most enduring symbols of resistance in the history of American slavery. Today, more than 2 centuries later, descendants and communities gather again at these waters, not to mourn defeat, but to honor endurance, to honor memory, and to honor a people whose story refused to disappear. Anyị agaghị echefu, we will not forget.
Thank you all for being here. Many of you have made a long journey. God will bless you. Ambo, afambo, na redialect. Douglas Chambers, okulunri, okome, ife munau munri, ife. So, where we are here was part of the plantation of James Hamilton. I want you to remember that, because James Hamilton was the man behind the whole conspiracy to illegally bring captive Africans to this island, which was illegal at that time. He wound up one of the very richest men in America when he died in 1828 in Philadelphia. All of his wealth came from the captive Africans he illegally enslaved, including on this land. And if you look around, you'll see all these very young live oaks. This plantation here was famous for the live oaks. He cut them all. Some of the lumber from cutting them all was used to make the very first United States Navy ship, the USS Constitution.
New York.
I want to especially welcome, I'm sorry. Following ancient Gullah Geechee tradition, I must ask the elder, Queen Mother Eunice, do I have permission to speak?
You do.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now let me also welcome Eze Eri, 34th Azora, the Aguilera Kingdom, Eri Kingdom, Onowu Obagana, the Honorable Onowu Obagana, na Abagana.
Yes.
He's a regent.
Yes, and regent of Abagana.
Yes.
Let us welcome Dr. Algoji, our medical doctor, taking time off from her very large practice in New York City to help lead this weekend. Of course, Queen Mother Eunice Munjin Moore, Commissioner Griffin Lotson, and Commissioner Lotson, now also president of the board of the St. Simon's African American Heritage Coalition.
Mother, we thank you. We are from this area, born and reared. The Igbo blood flows through my blood, through my DNA. And as it was already said, the Hamilton Plantation, they hired me a year ago to do a movie, not knowing that the Igbo blood flowed through my veins as well as it flows through your veins. Walking distance from here, if time would allow, they show that production of how it was on the plantation, as Dr. Chambers just said. We're glad you're here. I am super excited. I've been out here waiting on the delegation. They came from Costa Rica. They came from Canada. And I was here the last 2 hours. South Africa. So we welcome each of you from all parts of America and the world.
London, UK.
And the world, London, that's here today. So we welcome you, and specifically, without drowning, I made sure whenever you have your libation, this is the water here that traveled all the way from the Ouambala to here to Igbo Landing. We turn this over to you at this time or later.
I am Prince Elumuno.
Hey, clap for him.
Udo Iri Kingdom, so designated by His Majesty. We need to understand why we're here. Why are we here? This is not a tourist spot for us. This is a sacred spot for us. This has a significance of spiritual value for us. You're going to hear stories about Igbo Landing, and they are probably not the correct story that you will read about and that you will hear, because they will tell you that our ancestors came here and went back into the water and committed mass suicide, which is a lie. We don't believe in suicide. It is against our spiritual values for Igbos to commit suicide.
That is true.
What happened here was a vicarious act of freedom on behalf of all Igbos, because we will never be a slave to no one.
That's Igbo.
It is not possible that we can be a slave to anybody. We will not be ruled by anything or anybody. And that's why we have, as already here, to commemorate the spirit of Igbo Landing. Now, when our ancestors came off that boat and they were going back into the water, they said, Osimiri, Omambala, Buanyipia, Umiri, Umambala, Ke Ani Ejida.
Look, this is the king of Amambala.
I'm getting this. I'm coming. You see, the main tributary to Umiri, which is the River Niger, is Umambala.
Yeah. That's
Umambala flows through Igbo land, not the Niger, not the Niger River, the Umambala River, which they call the Anambra River. You see, the English couldn't say Umambala, so they said Anambra.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
But the king of Anambra is here.
Amambala.
That is, the king of Umambala is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Okay? And he's connecting the Umambala of Igbo land to Igbo Landing. So this is a great spiritual event that we are here to commemorate. Like I said, this is not tourists. This is not come and see what you're going to see. We're here to And this is not regular ground for us. This is sacred ground. It is the ground where our ancestors came and went into the water, and we're here to take their spirits back. The king is here to take their spirits back to Umambala and Umambala land, Igbo land, and Ogileri. That's why we're here.
As he aptly described it, the spirit of our ancestors who drowned at this spot were taken back through the Dunbar Creek to the rivers of Omambala in today's Anambra State, southeast Nigeria.
Spirit all over me. I feel the spirit all over me.
Yes.
I feel the spirit as we connect as one. Oh yes, Lord, I feel the spirit all over me. Oh yes, Lord, I feel the spirit all over me.
All over me.
It's such a blessing that you saw fit and choose to come back and acknowledge the spirit of our ancestors.
Amen.
And your people.
Amen.
We welcome you. We welcome you. Each time you desire to be here, we will be here.
Amen.
Each time you see fit that there's something that we could do to make it stronger, I feel the spirit. I feel the spirit.
Amen.
The youngest person I saw walking around,
Where is he? Where is he? He cannot come here.
just hold him. Just hold him.
Break him, break him.
Just look what we got behind us.
Yes.
The
Come,
key.
ancestors are calling.
Spirit all over me. I feel the spirit all over me. I feel the spirit all over me. We realize, and I realize, I'm a descendant from many nationalities. I can't label my connection, but I'm a child of God. And by being in this area, I know a story, and I feel a story, and I feel the spirit, and I feel your comfort as you begin to let us know that in 1803, you went through something for us to be where we are today. And we will always honor and acknowledge your presence in whatever needs to happen. And we thank you for choosing this area each time, because this is where it started. Yes, they flew back. No, they were not massacred. But in our life and spirit, I feel the spirit all over me. I feel the spirit all over me.
We have always been warriors. We don't give up. The Igbo man never gives up. Perhaps that may be our undoing, but we will never stop. So we've come here to connect with our ancestors, and that's why it's here. We have a saying in my place.
Divine, none. My president, take it. This place is not only a place for God, it's a spiritual place for everybody. It's a spiritual place for Igbo. And then I think this is the right place really, because this place is the way they walked into that river and then liberated all of us.
That's right.
It's the freedom that they looked at and shouted and walked into the river. So I'm very, very happy that I'm here today to see this happening. Igbo worldwide should be looking at this. Luckily we have Njenje. Njenje will bring this thing to the world. So for the world to see that this is not something that is in the dream books, this is real. Our people actually lived it, and now we're experiencing it.
Here we are reconnecting with our ancestor. Queen Mother, forgive me. Queen Mother,
Yes,
forgive me.
you're forgiven.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm standing in that protocol, all the protocols. Queen Mother said the spirit. I mean, I feel it. I mean, you all feel it. It's so peaceful. It's so serene. And I know that by the time we finish what we're doing today and we will leave with all that spirit in all of us.
Yes.
Because where there is peace, where there is peace and unity, there's always progress. And CISA will never ever fall. Because CISA will continue to unite all of us, any Igbo speaking person. My sister from Costa Rica.
All right.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. And all of you from different Caribbean countries, I know some of them will be with us in the hall. But I know they are here with us in the spirit.
Igbo bụ Igbo ekene m unu. Igbo bụ Igbo ekene m unu. Unu anyị na-ebele ọjị dị ebe a dị ọjị na-ese. Mibe anyị nwere na Igbo bụ Eke, Oye, Avọ, Nkwọ. Nya bụ ọjị na-anọ. Ibe eti ọjị na-ese bụ maka Amerika anyị nọ n'ime. Maka ndị basị elibele omime gịnị? Na. Nwana akpọku Chukwu okike maka Chukwu na mmụọ niile Chukwu kele bụ ma ezigbo mmụọ ma ajọ mmụọ kwete na ya na ebe atata. Ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ uche Chineke, ọ bụrụ uche mmụọ na ama n'onwe ebe a tata. Ọjị anyị na-ekwu maka ya, onwe eji na-akọwa ndị na-anụ oyibo na ọjị a na-anụ oyibo na nsụ oyibo. Ọjị ama na ọ bụrụ nwere na-akwa ndị na-asụ oyibo, ndị na-anụ oyibo ka a na-akọwali ndị a ibe
ọ emesie ngosiba n'Igbo.
Nwe na-ekene Chineke na ibe ndị o mere eme, na-ekene na ndị o eme eme. O dolo anya ndị saiwa bịa ebe a na-arọ gara aga ma ekpere ikpele ma ebe niile ayọrọ Chukwu ma ibe niile ayọrọ mmụọ so ndị nna ma ndị nne ewee butewe n'ebe anyị nọ tata. Unu ghọta na anyị ayọrọ n'arọ gara aga na metara mkpụrụ ọma na ezigbo ibe na-eme. Maka arọ gara aga anyị na-ekpe ekpere anyị adịrọ dị nwa. O gosiri n'aka Chineke na ebe anyị na-eme gịnị.
Amen.
Ibe bụ ibe kachasị ibe bụ na Chukwu okike ka ndị ọcha bịali na be anyị ụnọ ibe anyị nwere bụ angels and spirit. Ma anyị nwere ajọ mmụọ. Ma kịta n'ụwa niile na-ekwetego na Chineke bụ gịnị? Mmụọ. Chineke bụ gịnị? Mmụọ. O Chukwu kere ajọ mmụọ, nya kere ezigbo mmụọ. Ibe anyị na-ekpele bụ ezigbo mmụọ Chukwu kere. Chukwu bụ mmụọ, nya kere ezigbo mmụọ, nya kere ajọ mmụọ. Maka na ọ bụ na ọ dịrị ya mma ma ajọ mmụọ dị, mmadụ ama anụzi maka ajọ mmụọ ọzọ. Ma ajọ mmụọ na-alụ Chukwu ọlụ, ezigbo mmụọ na-eme gịnị? Alụkwuru Chukwu ọlụ. Ibe anyị nọ tata dịka ndị kwuru okwu. Ọ bụrụ okwu anyị ndọrọ n'ọnwa maka ịṅụ mmanya ma ọ bụ mgba egwu na anyị na-ayọ mmụọ niile dị n'ala Igbo na ndị ụmụnne anyị ndị ma nwoke ma nwaanyị nwụrụ anwụ ebe a bụ ndị nọchiri anya anyị niile n'ala Igbo ewee duru wa bịa ebe a wa bụ iwe du wa bịa wasị mba na nwa onye Igbo emevu n'ụzọ si na ba ama abịa mgba abụọ na abịa ama abịa mgba oru na ama abịa mgba anything n'aka mmadụ na ba ya na ibe a si wa bịa nya ka anyị nọ tata celebrate. And ibe anyị na-eme bụ ka mkpụrụ obi wezuo ike na ndokwe.
Amen.
Ibe anyị na-eme bụ ka mmụọ niile dịba n'ime Baịbụl mmadụ ka mmadụ niile soro anyị n'elu na bebe na Igbo. Na-ayọkwa ọzọ ndị bụ nwa nwoke dị ma nwaanyị dị ya ka onye ọbụla mee akara aka ya. Mmụba niile site tata wa gaba. Onye na-enwere ọrụ ka ọ nwee ọrụ.
Amen.
Onye na-alụ elu oyibo ka ọ na-aga n'iru enwe promotion. Onye na-enwere nwa ka ọ nwee nwa. Onye na-ndụ odi ka ọ nụọ odi. Onye na-enwere nwaanyị ka ọ nwee nwaanyị. Onye na-enwere ụnụ ka ọ nwee ụnọ. Onye na-eliju ọkụ oliju abụọ. Onye ọya na-aya ka ọ ya pụọ na-arụ ya. Maka onye na-enu igwe meje etọkụ mmụọ. Anyị na-ekwu na mmadụ eme enwe ezu mmụọ na mmiri a na-aba mba ka mmadụ. Mgbe ọ na-aba bụ ezigbo mmụọ na ị na-eme ezigbo ibe ngosi ka Igbo na ụmụnne niile na-aga n'iru ka ụwa na-aga n'iru ezigbo ya na-emere onye ahụ ama na eke ezigbo ahụ mere onye na-eke ka o mee n'oye ka o mee na abọ ka o mee na nkwọ